We have bought two lands. One is in Jajjar, and the other one is in Rico, Bhiwadi. So the Jajjar area, we'll be constructing a factory of about 80,000 square feet. It's already been purchased, approvals, everything has been taken care from the internal funding. And the other facility, which is in Bhiwadi, the land has been procured and the permissions already has been secured for this. So with the expansion of these two new factories, we'll have about 110,000 square feet. So from 55,000, we'll have another additional 110, so it'll be 165.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Know Your Promoter from Sunday Investing. We have Sudeep ji from Sumax Engineering, which is a very interesting IPO that is coming very, very soon. We have, this is a company in the automotive space, and of course, I will let Sudeep ji explain as we go ahead. But welcome to this channel, Sudeep ji. Really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much for the invitation. It's a real pleasure speaking to you, Rohit ji.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sudeep. So maybe we'll start with, yourself, your background. How did you come across this idea? If I'm not mistaken, before, starting Sumax, you were actually, in the stock market in some way. So it's quite a change to go from that to actually, core manufacturing products. So please do tell us a little bit about your journey.
I did my master's from Symbiosis, batch of 1992. Then I worked with my dad's company for 3 years, in which we were the distributors for JCB, Ingersoll and Sandvik Asia. So I had a fairly good idea about the distribution network in the 3 years, what we did. We were in the automotive field and for the state of Andhra Pradesh. It made sense to us that why don't we explore the possibility of doing some business that will be pan-India, and also in the years to come, we could take it global. So थोड़ी सोच बड़ी करने का प्रयास शुरू में करा. We thought that let's explore how we can start this. And automotive, because I was exposed to JCB, I realized the potential is very large because India is a very large country, and India offers a lot of opportunity. And that time, the Indian economy was opening up. 1994, we set up Sumax with the idea of selling products to the automobile industry, focusing on pan-India operations. And we started from Hyderabad, Secunderabad. I went to Pune because Tata Motors and Mahindra and Bajaj were the large companies based there, even Fiat. And then we started expanding into Karnataka, into Tamil Nadu, into Delhi and NCR, and so on and so forth. Interesting because my dad was a major investor in the stock market. So I was very curious when I was doing my undergrad that how does the stock market work, what's happening, why, and my dad comes from a finance background. So with my graduation, I worked for a few years in the Hyderabad Stock Exchange to understand how the stock market works, to understand a little bit more about finance. And so I had a fairly good idea. And then I had a dream then, why don't, in the years to come, I would like to have a listed company of my own.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, life has come full circle then for you from being a participant to being one of the sources of supply. That's a fantastic story. So Sudeep ji, you've just touched a little bit about what what triggered Sumax and the segment you're in. But can you just delve a little deeper now into the products that you actually make? What is it that you sell? What is the solution that you offer to your automotive clients?
Yeah, so we decided that we would like to predominantly sell to the OEM, Tier 1 and Tier 2 customers. Right. So automotive OEMs such as Tata Motors, Mahindra, Hyundai, Kia, Maruti, Honda, and the two-wheelers like Royal Enfield, Honda, and Hero, and so on and so forth. Because the major advantage with these are they are by themselves an ocean. The volume of sales, what they do, and the potential that they offer, and you really don't have to go to several other customers. And you can expand your company once you get the right product mix or the product breakthrough in these companies. And it's going to be a repetitive business over the years of time. At the same time, first we were looking at the companies which were into the manufacturing. in the sense these companies were manufacturing the cars and the two-wheelers, and they were selling. Then the market for the used motorcycles and cars, at the same time denting painting of the cars which were going to be used, and the value added services and the spare parts and the denting painting volume also was started to increase. So India, for example, today manufactures let's say 3 crore motorcycles and cars. Every year you are adding 3 crores. So the not only the OEM, which is the original equipment manufacturer, the volume of business is getting larger and larger. The volumes are increasing, but the aftermarket size also is growing considerably. So the idea is to identify products. The key in any success of a company is to be in that space where there are barriers to entry. You can identify the best company. You can identify the products that will have a future, and the volume of business is going to grow. At the same time, in a space where there's not going to be too much of competition. So you will have to focus on premium quality products with innovation, and at the same time, identify those suppliers who can offer you the raw materials, focus on manufacturing, but you can have a full range of products that will offer as a basket approach to the OEM and the aftermarket so that people don't have to go outside.
Got it. Got it. So can you tell us some of the products you make and the products you sell? What do they get used for on the vehicle or on the bike?
We focus on products that are used in the manufacturing process in the automobile assembly plants and bumper plants. Some products like adhesive tapes, die cuts. We do the reflective tapes, the
Hmm.
warning signals behind which are the trucks and the buses.
Right.
And in the state transport corporations, we do the domings, we do the graphics. Then we
Okay.
have the pre-paint and post-paint of products. We don't sell paints. Before painting on surface finish,
Okay.
post-painting products to give a super finish on the vehicle. And at the same time, we also manufacture products which are used in the spare parts and beautification of the cars. We also offer value-added services,
Hmm.
and we have a pan-India distribution. So all the supplies to the manufacturing facilities are done one-on-one. So we don't work through distributors there. We supply directly. So we are able to, address their questions and support them. At the same time, bring innovations and also have closer day-to-day interaction with our customers. At the same time, our presence is pan-India. As I said, we have 2 factories. We have one in Chennai, in SIPCOT Sriperabadu, the second in IMT Manesar. From there, we are able to cater to north and south of India. Um, we also have a pan-India distribution. We have about
Hmm.
1,100 distributors. And we also have a sales team of about 50 people, pan-India, to service all our clients as and when required to address their queries and support them.
Got it. And if you can let us know, what are your hero products? Like, are there certain products that make up a larger chunk of your overall revenue? And like, what would those be?
The key products that we're looking is the tapes and the adhesives and the die cuts,
Okay.
what we manufacture, which constitute to about, say, about 40% of our manufacturing, whatever we do. Apart from
Right.
that, we have the polishing compounds. We have the full range of products that are
Hmm.
used in the spot repair, beautification of the car, in the manufacturing process, and the products such as abrasives, tools, domes, reflective, graphics,
Hmm.
full accessory range of products for which are used for maintenance of your vehicle. So roughly we have about 3,200 SKUs that we supply. And as I said, we offer a full
Understood.
one-stop products.
Understood. Understood. And at what part of the car or the vehicle design journey do you get involved? And what is the stickiness, since you mentioned, there's a high repeat. So what is it about this business that gives a certain stickiness and that gives you that moat or makes it hard for you to be displaced?
Yeah. See, what happens is when you're supplying to the automobile manufacturing plants, from the time of inception, in the sense they come and design, then it goes into the paint engineering, and then you get into a spec in. Because see, these products are going to be used till the life of that model of that vehicle, whether two-wheeler or four-wheeler. So it's from the time you have to test those products, you have to ensure that they are able to meet the expectation and the requirement of the factory. So we get inspected in. At the same time, the costing of the product, which is a final product, also depends on these products. Any OEM would have all their vendors come in, give them the product, then they explore the possibility how they can ensure that the long-term continuous and consistent supplies of these products happen. So for us, from the inception, from the planning, and also to ensure in the online production, these performance of these products are able to meet the requirement of the manufacturing plants and also their team.
Understood. And do you have any, like, are these exclusive type supply arrangements, for that particular model? You're the only one who will provide those products, or is it, does it operate in a different way?
Uh, There are certain other suppliers which are premium global companies that offer this product. But the
Okay.
USP of our company is we are able to offer similar or higher quality products at much competitive price. And as I said, that we are also supplying directly. So
Hmm.
the access time, the development time, the servicing time is very, very quick when it comes to us when compared to our competitors. And at the same time, we are able to innovate and we are able to develop at a much faster pace than other suppliers. We also have exclusive tie-ups with several global companies, which are such as Nichiban,
Hmm.
Airvantage, Oracle. Um, so we are Soft 99. So we have their support. We have their team supporting us and also training our team with the latest innovations that is happening worldwide so that we can address the automotive requirements in India.
Understand. So Sudeepji, can you share your business split today, between direct to OEM? Do you do any retail sales? Do you do any, how much goes to aftermarket, which you had mentioned in the beginning? So what is that sort of breakup today for your business? And, which segment is bigger for you or growing faster for you?
So about 60, 65, depending on the product, what we're looking, 60 to 70% is manufactured by us. And in that, when you're looking at the products which are growing is the tapes and the die cuts, which are growing in a big way. Right. Now, when you're looking at the other products which we are offering, which is also, we have two kinds of products. One, we have the global companies we are their exclusive distributors for India. So these products complement our existing products and we make a full basket of that because it's not possible for us to manufacture
Right,
everything.
right.
At the same time, we have products that we are getting it made in the white label for us, and we are
Hmm.
also making it in the white label for several OEMs under their brand. So we are also catering to a lot of these OEMs, which we are making for them in their private label, manufactured by us, but they are bought by them in the spare parts, or we are doing the build to ship to or the royalty model pan India.
Understood. So how much of your business today is direct OEM versus like, do you do any retail? Do you do any direct to consumer in your business, or it's 100% B2B?
We are doing it for, say, about, as I said, about 60 to 70% goes to the automotive OEMs.
Right.
And the remaining goes to we have 1100 distributors pan India. And we are also building this segment in a big way because there are a lot of independent car centers, users,
Hmm.
grooming centers, beautification cars, including
Got it.
paint protection centers. All those segments we are catering to. We have a large SKU of products. So actually, we can sell into any state, into any market. And
Hmm.
including now, we are expanding into the woodworking because surface finish is also a big and India has become a major exports of furniture and other things. We have the product range there, the abrasive range which we are developing. And at the
Hmm.
same time, we are also looking at other segments where we can expand, like do it yourself. So we are working online and we've expanded things because a lot of two-wheeler users, they like to have they're using it and they're cleaning the vehicles on their own. So that's a big segment which we are also focusing for the last couple of years. And
Okay.
we are also working with the two-wheeler industry and developing and getting innovative products worldwide, manufacturing them. And uh, as per the weights and measures and other requirements of this OEM, we are able to customize the packaging and everything. We have an in-house design team. We have a huge team of guys who are able to understand the market requirement from the customer's point of view and suggest that also to the OEM. So it's more of an interaction with them because everybody wants to have a premium product, but very competitively priced. And also, this has become a great revenue for the dealerships because now beautification, accessories, all this has become a very, very large business for all the OEMs.
Mm. Understand. Sudeep, can you tell us a little bit about your current facilities? What is the capacity you have? What is your current utilization? And I think you're using some of the funds to, scale up your capacity as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about that as well?
Yeah, so roughly about 55,000 square feet is the built-up area in both the factories in SIPCOT, Sribagadur, and IIT in IMT Manesar. We have bought two lands. One is in Jajjar, and the other one is in Rico, Bhiwadi. So the Jajjar area will be constructing a factory of about 80,000 square feet. It's already been purchased, approvals, everything has been taken care from the internal funding. And the other facility, which is in Bhiwadi, the land has been procured and the permissions already has been secured for this. So with the expansion of these two new factories, we'll have about 110,000 square feet. So from 55,000, we'll have another additional 110, so it'll be 165.
Got it. So you'll be tripling your capacity. And Ben, how soon do you think, the capacity will you start construction and the capacity will go live?
The plan is to ensure that the plants come into operation by March 2027.
March
So that's the
2027.
idea.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So we are working on this and we hope that the IPO, which should happen this month, and we've already filed our RHP. So the issue is opening on the 25th and till
Right.
the 28th. So we are trying to go ahead with that so that once this is done, and then we need to just finish up what we started and then
Yeah.
focus on the next level of the company.
Understood. No. Once the IPO funds come, I think, yeah, if you can get these new facilities live in like 6 to 9 months, that would be a fantastic achievement. Uh, so let's move a little bit now to your numbers. I think you've seen good, margin expansion over the last years, but the top line has been fairly stable or been growing quite slowly. So what is your, assessment of that, and how do you see that, going forward? This has been a business call to, change the product mix, for example, which has led to better margins. So just help us understand, both the top line and the bottom line story.
So we are working between 85 to 100% capacity utilization already. All right.
Mm,
Because now the only thing is because in our business, you need to have all the certifications in place. Because it's not
mm,
as if you can have somebody do it for you. You will have to ensure that the quality is consistent for not
mm,
99%, but make it 100%. And uniformity of the products also. So for us to expand, we are in a very comfortable zone, right? Because if you see the investment, what we've done in both the lands, we took a term loan of about 9.75 crores and we've invested 25 crores. That's how we bought both the land. Now, the idea being that how do we take this to the next level? So, to take it to the next level, you need the funding and you also need to ensure that the funds are utilized so that we are able to scale up the operation not only for India, but also we can do it globally.
understand, sir. So it's mostly a capacity constraint. Like that is what has held you back. And now once you'll have this tripling of capacity, that gives you the, at least supply side, you are not constrained anymore.
Yes, because we are working at 85 to 100% already. So, and
Right.
also you see that certain models of a car, see, you can't insist a company to give you exact requirement. It's
Mm,
depending on the marketing and depending on the demand from the customers. So you will have to have some spare capacities just in
mm,
case if the vehicle X was there's a monthly requirement of say 3,000. It can come to 4,000. It can come to even 5,000. It can come to 2,500. So
mm,
they'll and most of the OEMs have single source supply because they want to have clarity and they want to have consistency. They don't like to
mm.
have clashes on their product also. At the
Right.
same time, they look at that you should be able to cater to their requirement and
Mm,
you should have the spare capacities with you. And we didn't want to, it's better to always stabilize everything and then go for the expansion. So last 3 years has been focused on getting the right product mix, getting the right products which we want to focus,
mm,
use all the innovations and optimize all your sourcing to cut down the costs. At the same time, look at what makes business sense, and the technologies worldwide are changing very fast. So you
Mm.
need to be well versed with and updated with what is going to happen, and you have to plan well. And that's why we haven't really expanded our turnover much, but we have
Mm.
looked at increasing our functioning and the profitability and the bottom line, which is most key, so that we are able to cater to the growth of the company and also look at what we can do better.
Understood. Understood, sir. And Sudeep ji, you mentioned, there's new technology. This whole EV, the boom in the EV side, especially two-wheelers, but of course four-wheelers as well. Is there anything about that product that makes your own product, and that you have to adapt your product to service the EV market, or it doesn't really matter since a lot of what you're doing is on the surface, it's more aesthetic. Just help understand that.
So we are not very high on the equipment capex costs.
Hmm.
Okay, we have been focusing on the products that are used to prior pre-painting and post-painting.
Hmm.
So even if you have the EV vehicles, they are
Hmm.
all, they need to be painted, they need to be beautified, they need to be
Right.
taken care. So when you have companies which are into especially engine and other aspects, there is where then you'll have to, the trend is changing very quickly. But
Right.
whereas in the space we are fortunate that
Hmm.
we find that the demand and the productions are growing very fast in India. At the same time, there are only a few players in the segment who can offer and this quality and at this competitive pricing. So it's all
Hmm.
becoming very large volumes now. So you should not only be able to cater to their requirement. So that's where we have the strength, and the new facilities is going to help us a lot to expand our sales
Hmm.
turnover, because
Hmm.
now we've last couple of years we've been able to structure out everything and learn how we can, scale up everything.
Understand. So, DB, can you tell us a little bit about who your peers are? Who are your major competitors? Are you competing with other Indian companies? Are you competing with global companies? Can you just throw some light on the competitive scenario?
See, our competitors are some of them are Fortune 500 companies. Okay,
Okay.
and these companies are, they have a lot of experience and they're present worldwide, right? So these companies, of course, have come up with a lot of experience, and they have a lot of information about what the technologies are being used worldwide,
Hmm.
right? But some of them, what we find is that their presence in India is that they are importing the products and they are not manufacturing everything. Our focus has been to look at products that we can manufacture, because any product that is made in India can be very, very competitively priced, because India is having the advantage of offering competitively priced products. So several of the OEMs which are manufacturing in India are coming for the only reason that they are able to manufacture the same product at a much lower price than they could manufacture it in their own country. And
Hmm.
if you see the facilities also, all these large OEMs are setting up in India are not small. So they have smaller facilities in other parts of the world, but India is becoming a major base. And at the same time, the cost of labor and the competitiveness of the labor is very good in India. And also English speaking communication is good. So India, if you make in India and if you're able
Hmm.
to offer that same quality, I think we can also export in a big way globally from our company.
Understood. Understood. Sudeepji, you are going to go public. I think, like I said, life has come full circle for you. You are now going to have shareholders and public shareholders who are going to be part of your company now. Is there any message you want to give them as you embark on this journey and as they embark on this journey with you?
Our tagline is trust built on performance. As long as you're able to give solutions, if you're able to keep your customers satisfied, sky's the limit.
Mm.
And learn to dream, learn to think big, work hard, and have a big family. And thank you so much. And I wish everybody all the best. And thank you so much once again.
Likewise, Sudeepji. I think you'll have the biggest possible family now with so many new shareholders. So to everybody who's listening into this, this is Sudeep Mehta ji from Sumax Engineering. Their IPO will be going live in a few days. Please do listen to this video. Please do study the RHP, DRHP, and take an informed decision before you apply for this IPO and before you invest. Thank you so much, Sudeep, for taking the time and making time for this interview. Wishing you all the best from the Sunday Investing team, and I hope your IPO is a grand success. All the best.
Thank you and wishing you all the same. Namaskar.